team mentality.
But there's zero respect for the men in this room. Zero.
Here come the Gamecocks.
Sandstorm.
What up, Gamecock Nation? You know who it is? It's your boy, Mr. Gamecock himself, Gamecock OV. Here on the Garnet and Black Report, where we report on our South Carolina football Gamecocks. There is a lot to unpack. I don't know where to begin. I really don't. I really didn't know what type of video this was going to be. You know, information comes so fast. It's like, okay, I got to do a video on this. And then it's like some other information comes in. It's like, okay, I got to talk about this. And then it's like I'm about to hit record, and it's like some more information about this. If you have not heard, Dowell Loggains, offensive coordinator for the South Carolina football Gamecocks, has been hired as the head football coach at Appalachian State.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet because offensive coordinators, for the most part, are the prime candidates for, football, head football jobs, head coaching jobs. So it's kind of like you knew it was coming at some point, but you're hoping that it was going to be later on down the line after maybe South Carolina has been in position for an SEC championship, maybe even, dare I say, make the 12-team playoff and vying for a national championship. So it's kind of like, 2 years in, it's like we can't keep a coordinator for more than 2 years before they either move on or they get hired off somewhere. So it's kind of like, is it a good thing? South Carolina had great success this year, averaging over 30 points per game. I told you about the third or fourth game of the season. They were averaging 30 points a game. And that offensive power was there. So now it's a matter of, well, is he gonna call the plays in the bowl game? Oh, some other more news. South Carolina is now playing in the Citrus Bowl. South Carolina will be facing the Fighting Illini of Illinois in the Citrus Bowl, the Cheez-Its Citrus Bowl. I never thought about Cheez-Its and citrus together. Anyway, that's going to be in Orlando, Florida, December 31st. My mind is still blown. Here. But the fact of the matter is this. South Carolina faces number 20 Fighting Illini in the Citrus Bowl. I believe it's an afternoon game, like 3 or 4, maybe something like that. And I know it's going to be sold out. I already know the South Carolina Gamecock faithful. They travel very well. Oftentimes when we go to Florida, we travel very well. Last time me and my son, we went to, I think it was 2021? It was maybe 2019, maybe the last time that we played Michigan, and we beat them again. For some reason, South Carolina, I'm not going to jinx it, hopefully, South Carolina has great success against Big 10 and Big 12 teams. They faced Wisconsin in a bowl game, beat them. Nebraska, bowl game, beat them. Michigan twice, bowl game, beat them. So, Oklahoma, they're very good against teams from the Big 10 and the Big 12. So, it's just a matter now. Is Dowell Loggains going to call plays? Who knows? We don't know yet. We're hoping. But, what else is there? The transfer portal. A fourth receiver, Elijah Caldwell, out of Rock Hill. I was hoping that he would be one of the ones, the next batch of receivers to actually step up. But I understand. These young men want to play. They want to have a chance and opportunity to play, and things of that nature. So the transfer portal is what the transfer portal is. Whether you like it, love it, or hate it, or whatever, it's, it is what it is. So, but Dowell Loggains. So now, what does Shane Beamer do? If Dowell Loggains does call the plays in the bowl game, he's moving on to Appalachian State. So now the search begins heading into, the next cycle, the next signing day, which will be in February, as far as who the offensive coordinator is going to be. Even Dowell Loggains said, hey, the toughest thing they had to do was call Lenora Sellers. Of course, he had to let Shane Beamer know about the opportunity, but for 2 years, he's been with this young man who sat behind Spencer Rattler, last year, got into a few games, got his feet wet, and then took over the helm this season. So the ceiling is there for Lenora Sellers. The sky's the limit. So it would have to be someone that he can resonate with as an offensive coordinator that will allow him to be himself and to call those plays that, Dowell Loggains came from an NFL pedigree. He came from the Bill Parcells tree as far as coaching and things of that nature from the NFL. So those NFL schemes that these young men are getting acquainted with, Dowell Loggains was, hey, I'm going to bring it to you. I'm going to let you know. We're going to simplify it to make it real simple. So that way, we're not, X rocket 35, blue tailwind 37, wind gusts, typhoon on 3. No. Run the ball. Clap. That's it, But it's kind of bittersweet. My mind is still blown. I had caught wind of it maybe like a day or so ago that Dowell Loggains was a candidate, or they were looking at him to possibly take over after Appalachian State had fired their head coach. But it happened so quick. It happened so quick, so it's kind of like, wow. It's like, goodness gracious, can you let us play our bowl game first before you start snatching up coaches and stuff, okay? But I can only imagine how Shane Beamer feels, being that it's like we're right there. We're right there. We just need everyone on board to stay on board. Stay on board, build those relationships with these high school guys and stuff so they don't see the turnover. And it's not bad turnover. It's not like, oh, it's a horrible working environment. I don't want to work with Shane Beamer. It's like opportunities just come. There's always going to be teams out there that fall beneath the radar that are like, you know what? We need a coach. What teams did well this season? Oh, South Carolina. Let's give them a call and see what's what. And like I said, every coordinator has a dream of one day being a head coach. At least dip their toes in that pool just to see what it feels like. So, Dowell Loggains, hate to see you go. Love you, man. Hopefully we are not going to see you for a couple of seasons. Hopefully we are not going to be the Michigan that Appalachian State knocks off when we're riding high and, hopefully taking it to the next level. I mean, we have a chance to win 10 games this season, so I think it can be done. I don't really know what to call this video. Is it a, prediction video or preview or anything like that? It's not really. It's just a video about the Gamecocks. Like I said, I'm always going to report about our South Carolina football Gamecocks, and if you want to see more content like this, definitely comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know whenever Mr. Gamecock himself, Gamecock OV, Gamecock Nation represent, drops a video. Again, I don't know what to make of this. I'm probably more in shock than Shane Beamer. Probably less. Maybe about the same. I don't know. Someone send me some tissue. I feel a tear about to fall, man. But thank you so much for tuning in. Again, have a great evening. Thank you for tuning in as always. Continue to support our South Carolina football Gamecocks. And as always, stay cocky.
This is a culture built on love, man.
At night, when this place is rocking like this is the best environment in all of college football.
Welcome back